Hey, what's up? It's me, Ben, with Maker Decor. For today's video, I'm going to show you how we made this backdrop. Alright, let's talk about a couple of things first. I get a lot of questions about breaking down backdrops, and so a lot of people like the foldable stuff. I did the foldable candy cart. What about backdrop? I see a lot of those on Instagram, even YouTube, a lot of different foldable backdrops. I hate that line. You see it. People try to cover it up with filters and stuff, but you can still see the sign. They have a beautiful backdrop, but then there's a line in between, and that just bugs me. Other people, it might be fine, they don't even notice it, but for me, that just bugs me. It's just a line. There's not really a way to cover up that line. But some people, maybe that's just the best thing for them to start out with, something foldable. Maybe they just have a car, they want something that can easily transport and set up, and I got a plan for you. What I actually just thought of will actually help out a lot is how to cover up that line. Material, I've used it before. Sometimes some people want different backdrops or different colors, and I didn't want to paint, and especially custom colors. Easier, so you can go to Walmart or whatever and just get some fabric, cut it to the edges, fold it in, put some screws in the back, and you can just switch it out. And once you get that template, you can just get a bunch of different colors and do the same. And so if someone wants a different color, you don't have to paint your backdrop, you just literally put that on. That would actually cover up that line. So that's what we're going to do today. And if you want to see a more detailed video of how I made the material to cover it, put a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll try to get one as soon as I can. All right, let's get started. Just making a quick little jig on how to make a circle. If you're gonna make a circle, I don't know, 3 feet, you literally just cut it in half. So if it's 3 foot, you're gonna measure from wherever you put your pencil to wherever you're gonna put the screw, and that's gotta be 1.5 feet. And that'll make your circle. When you make your circle, that's gonna be the whole diameter, so that'll actually be your whole 3 feet, and that'll give you a perfect circle every time. But I'm also gonna put a template with these plans, so if you don't wanna do this step, you can just follow the template. Might be a lot easier. But just in case you wanna change the size or do anything, this works out. So now I'm just gonna find the center, run a screw through both of these, but don't go all the way through the plywood. This is actually gonna be the back. I'm still gonna fill the hole, but you won't be able to see it. This one has 3 different levels. 0 is the best, smooth. That is a really smooth cut. I definitely love that one a lot better than the Milwaukee one I've been using. And that is the cheapest Ryobi. I think I spent like 60 bucks on it. I actually got a deal with some batteries, but I think that's for like 60 bucks. It has a blower at the bottom, so it blows all the dust out of the way so you can see your line a lot better, and it cuts a lot smoother. So normally to get a clean cut, what I would use is my circular saw, but I want to try to finish this job just with one tool, a jigsaw. So let me show you how we can do that. What we're gonna do is just make a line for the jigsaw to stay on and follow, so it gets a clean cut. Because if you try to straight as that, you can do it, but just to get a cleaner cut, this is a lot better just to have something, a guide to follow. It'll be the same measurement all the way down. So now I'm just gonna ride along the track. So I'm gonna have all the measurements in the links below in the plan. So if you go to the Etsy store, you'll have access to all the measurements. But if you want to make this longer, shorter, definitely this is customizable to you. And I'll put a lot of more information in the plans of how you can do this. But you're literally just making shorter or longer. You can also cut a straight line without putting the wood. Just go really slow, follow the line. If you're gonna be looking at it really close, definitely wear some goggles because you don't want anything popping back in your face. So when you're cutting with the jigsaw, you can actually get blades that reduce the cutout, or that'll cut out only the bottom. Sometimes you get those chips. And for that front line that we're gonna cut in half, we don't want any chips because that's gonna make that line more noticeable. We can sand a little bit, but we really want to avoid chips. One way that can help, it won't eliminate the possibility, definitely helps blue tape. It helps reduce the chips a lot. All right, let's see if the blue tape worked. That is clean, no tear out. All we need is a little bit of light sanding with the sanding sponge. Let's get started. If you want me to make a video on how I kind of make the sleeve, comment below, like the video, and I'll try to make one. So I marked off where I put the screws and where I screwed through the material. I'm gonna add some eyelets through there. This is the tool, this is the eyelet. It puts a hole in there, and then on the back I'm gonna add some small screws, so whenever we set up an event, you just go and you just attach it to the back and it should tighten up exactly the way you want it. Once you put it on, and if it's not all the way tight as you want, just kind of scoot the screws a little bit more on the inside. I'll show you in a minute what I mean in the back. This is just a sandbag. You can get these on Amazon. Just get a screw and scoot it down a little bit more and it'll make it tighter. And for material costs, I always get a lot of questions. I made this out of 1 sheet of plywood. There are gonna be a couple of different sizes in the plans. 1 sheet of plywood, and I was able to make this whole thing. I think the sheet of plywood was like 55 bucks. I bought some hinges, probably less than 20 bucks. I had some screws and some bolts, so that's, I don't know, maybe 75 bucks. Whew, Texas is hot.